author, queen of radio, daytime talk show host, producer. We're going to get into all of this. Y'all make some noise for the legendary Wendy Williams.
How you doing? That's the first thing. The second thing is, the closer that you get, the better it'll be, okay? Unless you just want to sit down. But then I won't be able to see you. Okay. Now, first of all, you know I have lymphedema. Do you know what that is? I have it on my feet. My feet are all broken up down there. I refuse to get in a wheelchair, though. But I refuse. Like, I'm only 58 years young.
Okay.
You know, but I say all that to say, thank you so much for being here today. I see some people sitting in the back. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Well, where do we begin? We begin at the beginning. Okay, so for 14 years, I was doing the Wendy Williams show. And as much as I loved doing it, I was ready to do something new with my life, you know? It was really becoming a burden after 14 years, waking up at 5 a.m., getting myself at my apartment, you know, in my apartment together, and then coming to the Wendy Williams show, and then all of a sudden, and I had wonderful people working at the Wendy Williams show, you know? People who did hair, makeup, and wardrobe, but it was more to that. You know, it's changing bulbs and making sure that everything is clean. And, you know, for me, I was just ready for something new, you know? So the new thing for me is podcasts.
Woo! Tell us about it.
Well, I have to tell you, first of all, I didn't know anything much about podcasts. All those things, podcast, and, you know, I was so busy doing the Wendy Williams show that I didn't have time to think about this, that, the second, and the third. When I finally stopped doing the Wendy Williams show, I said, wow, I could do anything I want or nothing at all. So I was like, well, what do I want to do? Well, I want to do something different, something new. And so podcast is one of those things. Now, clap if you know what podcast is.
Anybody know?
Clap if you have no idea what podcast is. Okay, wow, okay. Well, from what I understand, podcast is where anybody could be on podcast. You know, you guys can have podcasts yourselves and so on and so forth. But the more famous you are, the more, I think, wonderful it'll be for me, because now I feel like I'm talking to people that we've known each other for 14 years. And by the way, before 14 years doing that, remember, I was doing radio.
WBLS.
Radio,
Welcome
WBLS.
home.
WBLS was the last one that I did, but I did so many different radios, you know, of those, that I was just ready to do something different. So with podcast, I'll be able to wear what I want and look the way I want, you know, for good or for bad, and just be free, you know?
Yeah.
So just please keep it in mind with podcast, and I'll let you know when that starts, because that's going to be starting pretty soon. Like in the next few weeks, then all of a sudden there's podcast. And
what's the name of it?
The Wendy Williams podcast. It's weird because my real last name is Hunter. I wasn't born a hunter, but I married a hunter, and then we had our son, who's now 22, my son. But for the purpose of doing the Wendy Williams show, it's really weird. They wanted me to use Williams because that's my real last name when I was first born. But Williams brings in the black part of it. I'm like, oh, okay. So this is what we're dealing with.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm going to be on TV, but I have to be Williams, which is not my last name. And so now it's really weird because both names are equally as important to me now.
Yeah.
You know, because if I say, hi, it's Wendy Hunter, you don't know who that is, you know?
True.
I would rather just say Wendy, but apparently you have to use a last name for something or another, you know?
Right. So, well, let's talk about the podcast, because you've done a lot.
Yes.
You've been on Broadway.
Yes.
You've been in movies.
Yes.
Do you want to do more of those?
No, thank you. Those are things that I did while I was doing the Wendy Williams show, and those are things that I picked on my own time, you know? As far as, would you say the first one that I did?
Broadway.
Oh my gosh, that was one of the worst things of my life.
Oh, tell me why.
because of the time, because you have to be on time, because, it was very small in there.
Right.
Everything was, upstairs, downstairs. You had to hold on. At that time, I had lymphedema at that time, and it was a lot of thought involved with doing that.
Right.
I had fun doing it, but I'm happy to say, no, thank you. I don't want to do that anymore. And, the whole podcast thing, that's probably my biggest achievement right now.
Oh, wow.
In terms of what I want to do, and bring everybody along.
But you have a lot of achievements. Inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's
yes,
huge.
Yes.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could clap for that.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Thank you.
How did that moment feel for you?
That felt great.
It's big.
I love that, and I especially love that. There were like 25 times more people there than just who I'm seeing right here, right now.
Right.
A lot of times when you go on those Walk of Fames, nobody's there except for the person getting inducted into the Walk of Fame. Do you know what I mean? But when I went there, I was so shocked. There were so many people. People were on the outside. People were on the inside. People were up, down, all around. That really was quite an experience. I still can't believe I have it.
Wow.
You
You
know?
have a lot of those, though. You have
Yeah.
a street named after you, Wendy Williams Way.
Yes. Yes.
Listen, how many people have streets named after them? You really do it all, Wendy.
Yeah. That's, Asbury Park, that's where I was born.
Jersey, where you at?
And
Jersey here.
Yeah. It used to be called Central Avenue. Now they still call it Central Avenue for people who aren't familiar with Wendy Williams Way. So it's Central Avenue, that's already there, but it says Wendy Williams Way. And I like to go there once a year just to, take pictures and see some of the people around there. And if anybody's awake or whatever, I'll get their food for them. And just, Asbury Park is not all that it should be, though. I have to tell you. So for those of you in Asbury Park, I know that there's a lot more that still needs to be done there, but Asbury Park is quite a place.
Right.
Quite a place.
Well, I was going to ask you if you go back and visit, so that's awesome that you do that.
Yeah.
Do you ever just look and be like, wow, I've accomplished so much?
Yes.
Because you have.
Yeah.
You really do it all.
I've gone there by myself, well, with somebody driving me, but I've gone to that Wendy Williams Walk of Fame a few times as well, and that's a real special thing.
Yeah.
The look of it and how it all got put together. And I don't even know the other people on the Walk of Fame. I don't know the other people who are in the same category as me.
Right.
Like, is it just, for people who did radio, now television?
Right.
Or is it people who are, doctors who are now famous for something big in life?
Right.
And no one ever told me.
Yeah.
And I never thought about it until now. Now I have lots of time to think about everything, which I love about that. I go back to my apartment and I just sit and think about everything. Me and my cats chit-chat in my way.
Because it reminds you who you are,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
You are Wendy Williams.
yeah. And when I fly, because I'm going to take a year of my life to fly and do and see things I've never done in my life before. So I'm going to take a year while I'm still young enough to be able to do it.
So it's a bucket list.
Yes.
Okay, I need to know a couple that's on there.
Okay. Well, the first thing is that I can't wait to fall in love.
Okay.
Now, I'm serious about that. It's not enough that I sit home by myself at 58 years old. I love men. And I will never deny it. And the first thing I look at when I see men is, are they wearing the finger? Because if they're wearing the finger, then that's an immediate hello. But I can't wait to fall in love.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get married. I want him to have already had kids. I want him to be someplace around my age, maybe 10 years younger than me and maybe 15 years older than me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then we'll be able to do things together. Like if we want to all of a sudden fly from New York City, if we want to fly to France, to be there for 2 days to have food or whatever.
Right.
I want it to be able to, I can be qualified with a man that, come on, baby, let's do it. Do we fly private or do we fly public?
Okay.
Yes, all that stuff. What else do I want to do? Oh, well, I went to Northeastern University in Boston.
Yes.
And I'm, excuse me, right now I'm in the process of, and they've already told me this, I'm going to get an honorary doctorate.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So then
Congratulations.
simply just call me Dr. Wendy. I'll take it. I'll
Dr.
take
Wendy,
it.
I love it.
I'll take it. So there's a process that goes through before you actually do it. And I don't know what the processes are, but I do have an appreciation for, going to a college. I do have an appreciation for that. I don't know how many of you guys went to colleges, but I went to Northeastern University in Boston. It used to be a 5-year program. The middle year was where they took time to decide what they wanted to be when we all grew up.
Yeah.
But for me, the radio was already there at Northeastern University Boston, so I only did it in 4 years, and I got out of it. And it turns out right now, the way it is at Northeastern University in Boston, it's only a 4-year program, and they said it's because of me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They said it's because of me. They don't need 5 years. That's a lot of money for you'd have to pay for that. But also, it's nice. You know what? It would be nice if kids knew what they wanted to do for the rest of their lives and maybe know that by the time they're, say, 10.
Yeah.
See, I don't think 10 is so young. And I know for a lot of people, they don't achieve what they really want to do until they're sometimes in their 30s.
Right.
Or their 40s. Sometimes in their 70s, they still haven't figured it out. And I don't understand that part, you know what I'm saying?
Did you always know?
Yes, when I was 6 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was 6 years old and I was in Asbury Park at Wendy Williams Way. And my mother and my father, my sister and my brother, the whole family were all there. And I said, just leave me alone. This is what I want to do. I want to do radio, and I want to be famous doing radio.
Wow.
And then in my 50s, I want to be able to stop doing radio and figure out what else it is that I want to do. And it turns out that, it's television, which is even bigger than radio, financially and otherwise. Just the idea of being on TV. But I never dreamt of that, I thought it was kind of weird and awkward. But, yeah, so I'm 58, and I feel so young in a lot of ways, but I feel so old and wise in some really important ways. And in other ways, I feel like I'm 6 years old. Like, how do you do that again?
Right.
What happens with that again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's awesome. So, okay, because you have clearly paved the way for so many people, right? A lot of people, they say imitation is flattery.
Yeah.
You did your radio thing. Everybody emulates it, wants to be like Wendy. The daytime talk show, everybody wants to be like Wendy. So with the podcasting and even producing, because you produced.
Yes. I have that in the projects. I have a certain partnership that is in my partner with podcasts. And he's going to be the one to teach me what you just talked about.
Oh, wow.
Because I don't know what to do except put on my wig, get my outfit together, and let's get out. And what do we do next?
Right.
And that's where I ask. I have plenty of people helping me.
Yeah.
Even when I fly for that year, I want to fly. I've never been to Istanbul.
Okay, so that's on the bucket list.
I don't mind checking that out.
Okay.
I've been to France before, but that was years ago. I would like to go back there. I have a feeling that I love France so much, I'll probably want to be there for several weeks.
Stay. Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I'm staying in New York City.
There we go.
Okay. I'm sorry, I stay where I'm from, or Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, from where we're from.
Is that important to you?
Yes.
To stay where you grew up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. We are talking live with Wendy Williams here. It's Circle of Sisters at Resorts World. Listen, this is home. Being here at WBLS, listen, I would not be in this position or doing radio if it wasn't for you.
Thank you.
Grew up listening to you,
Thank
so it is
you.
an honor to be here talking with you.
Listen, can we get where people can ask questions as well?
Sure. Y'all want to ask Wendy some questions?
I don't know how you do it, but
okay.
If we could figure it out,
we could definitely do that.
That would be really great.
Yes.
So I want to do that. That getting my doctorate though from Northeastern University of Boston. That's a really big deal for me because then I want to be a part of it in some way or another.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want to go to Northeastern University Boston, but if they do, I want to somehow be a part of it. Yeah. Whether it's that I fly up there, during the winter when it's cold and I'm there for 4 weeks teaching something or another.
Okay.
Yes.
So you like to teach?
Yes. In my own way.
I was about to say, is there anything that you wanted to do other than be on the radio? Like, were you like a toss-up when you were younger? Like, I could do this if I wasn't doing radio.
No, I can't think of it because I don't. Television is the Wendy Williams show, and I can't wait until that's going to be on. Hopefully, sometime shortly. But it'll be repeats. It won't be me. You know, it'll be repeats. But maybe in the lower corner of the repeat, maybe I'm making conversation with me or what I really felt about being there that particular day, or something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Wendy Experience podcast is coming soon. What are you going to be talking about? Because you talk about it all. Like, is there one thing that you're like, I'm really passionate about this, and this is what we're going to focus on?
No.
Just
There's
talk
not a
about
particular
everything.
thing. You know what? Yeah, falling in love. Falling in like a relationship, not
Yeah.
screwing around
Right.
all the time.
Well, you know, dating is different in 2022.
Unless you're in your 20s.
Like, this
Yeah.
new era of dating, like, it's hard. It's hard out here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's important to me, you
People
know.
are on the apps. Have you ever done the apps, Tinder?
No, I've heard about it, but see, I always thought that podcast was different from apps, but now I understand it's all basically the same thing.
Together, yep.
But I like podcasts.
I could just imagine you swiping for the Tinder app because you have to swipe yes or no if you don't like the person.
Yes.
And like, what is your criteria? If you see somebody and you're like, you're gonna get a swipe to the left. Like, this is not gonna work.
Well, it depends on what they're talking about. You know, if they're talking about something stupid that would be ridiculous to me. For men, it would be, first of all, are you good looking? Sorry, not sorry.
Be honest.
Yes. By the way, is that all your natural hair or is that a wig?
It is a wig.
It's
And
pretty.
Thank you. I put it on myself.
How long have you been wearing a wig?
Just a year. Yeah.
And is it normally your natural hair? Is it that long?
It comes to my shoulders,
but it's
like
too
right here.
thin.
Yeah, I like the fullness of the wigs.
See,
It's easy. You get up and go. You don't have to like curl your hair,
The
dry
only-
it,
the
wash it.
only-
I don't have time.
the only thing that I wouldn't do with the new man, you know, I told you I love the man. The only thing that I would not do is I would always keep a wig on.
You won't take your wig off?
No.
If you fell in love,
I don't need to do that. Because we're in love in a whole different way. We're not in love because we're going to get married. We're not in love because, you know, I'm looking to, take care of myself, make money for myself. I'm not looking to do anything but fall in love. And so my wigs will always stay on. And I have two of them that I love the best. This one I love a lot, you know. But I
love
also
it.
have one kind of like the one you have.
Okay.
And so I only go between the two of them.
I love the blonde though. I love the blonde. It brings out your eyes. Did
No.
you know her eyes are brown? They're beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So look, we're gonna take some questions right now, and I know I see some hands already. So,
Okay.
you say your name and your
Hi.
question.
Hi, hey, it's all good. It's all good. As a diehard Wendy fan from the beginning,
Hey, thank you.
the middle,
Oh.
and now the future,
Thank you.
I'm most interested. I've seen you, you know, at the highest of high, lowest of lows, always coming back. Truly a phoenix rising.
Thank you.
Wendy does have the heat.
Thank you.
So I'd like to know what gets you up every day.
What gets me up every day? Because I wake up to go to the bathroom, and then I'm watching. Then I start watching TV, and it could be like 3 o'clock in the morning, and Sex and the City is on. So now I'm watching Sex and the City, and yeah, I have no particular reason to get up other than that there are places that I do have to be. But like even today, early, you know, if we were all supposed to get together at 10 o'clock in the morning, well, that is early for me. I would have to use an alarm. But because it's this time of day, no, I woke up very naturally to see you all here today. Very naturally.
Yeah.
And by the way, I do have an alarm clock, just in case I do have to get up, though. I do have an alarm clock. I don't exactly know how to work it, you know, these Google things.
On the gadgets.
Yeah, I don't know how to do all that.
It's a lot.
But I have a regular alarm clock and one that you don't have to plug in, you know. So as long as my alarms are always working, I can get up to do whatever I want to do or nothing at all. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Yes. Do we have another question?
Yes, good afternoon, Wendy. Right here.
Straight
Oh,
ahead.
hi.
How you doing? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank
I
you.
don't have a question. I just have a compliment. You're an inspiration. I'm going back.
Thank
I'm 55 years old. I'm going back to school next year for broadcasting. This is my beautiful wife.
Wow.
And I've always wanted to do what you've done on the radio. I used to
Wow.
listen to you years ago. Yeah, you used to make us mad. Come on, we should all get mad.
Yeah.
But when I saw your movie and understood who you are, I'm in love with you.
Thank you.
We're in love with you. You're an inspiration.
You
so
know,
thank you. Thank you very much.
me doing that. Would you just call what I did?
Say again?
Inspirational.
No.
Inspiration.
No. What the thing on TV that I did? Would you call it? What did I call it? Wendy Williams got the heat or something like that. Remember?
Yes.
I was a part in getting that all happen together. You know what I'm saying? It was very
Right.
important that I talked to the me and also the ex, so that I can get their cadence and what they should be talking about and things like that.
Yeah.
And I watched it. It doesn't come along a lot though. I haven't seen that in a while. I wish that they would replay that. I did have fun doing that. It was shady in a good way. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We have one more question. Straight ahead.
Hi, my name is Camelia. I'm over
Where is
here. She's like, where is she talking?
She's on the left.
Straight ahead,
Oh.
right here.
Oh, hi. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm 25 years old. I work as an associate producer at WABC. My question to you is, would you recommend marriage, and how do you know when you've fallen in love?
Would I recommend marriage? No, I would never marry again in my life.
Why?
Because I don't love that hard. Then again, I'm older than you. You know what I'm saying? There's no money in marriage for me. I don't care. And look, the man could have tons more money than me. Hopefully he will. But I don't want to get married in that way. But I recommend you try to do it for you. And do it as many times as you need to do before you're finally sick and tired of being sick and tired, and then change it. If you get married 5 times, I can't be mad at you.
Okay.
You know, but every time you finish with a relationship, and this goes for whether you're children
Yeah, I have a.
in the relationship, 2 is very, very young. So then he would automatically be a part of your life. A 2-year-old, that's really, really young. How old are the kids that you would like to get involved with, the men?
He's 9 years old.
Oh.
I'm 25. He's 34.
Oh.
You like him older, okay. All right.
Whoa. Well, hang in there. Take your time, and good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
That's something I wouldn't do. Oh. Ooh. 9 years older and she's young.
Hey, Nick, do we have time for one more?
You want to do one more?
Yes.
Come on, let's do these questions.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
Hi. How you doing?
Good. Melinda from WBLS. Question: has there ever been a that you wish you had?
Yeah, Madonna.
Oh.
Madonna. I have to tell you, and I heard through Madonna there was a 2-way phone call, and Madonna was on the other line. And this is a friend of mine, and we happened to have been at my apartment in New York City, my apartment. And the phone rang, and it was Madonna calling my friend. And she put it on the 3-way so I could actually hear. And Madonna watched the Wendy Williams show. Well, who knew? So I am such a super duper fan of Madonna. I can't wait to meet her. I can't wait to become some sort of friendliness with her. I know that she's always busy traveling to do movies and all that other kind of stuff that I really don't care about being that busy for. But yeah, I can't wait to meet Madonna.
Love it.
Yeah, and I can't wait to re-meet LL Cool J,
Oh.
who I've met a few times, but never on the Wendy Williams show. As much as I could think about it, I'm like, no, he was never on the Wendy Williams show. Why hasn't he ever been to New York City? Why don't I know who this person is? Why don't I have them in their phone?
Right?
I mean, I don't know how long your list of phones that you have on your phone, but mine is really short for all the things that I've been through. I mean, I do write them down so I can always redo it if I'd like to. But yeah, I have put it this way, well under 100 people on my phone.
Oh, wow.
Well under 100 people.
Who's the go-to person you call?
I don't want to say. But he's here right now. His name is Will. I talk to Will regularly. I also talk to my best friend, Lisa. Lisa lives in, she doesn't live here.
Okay.
And I talk to my friend Regina. Regina is in California, but Regina plans on flying back and forth like once every 4 months, you know, to be able to see me.
Right.
Which I appreciate that.
Yeah, we talk about how important it is to have that circle,
Yeah.
you know, circle of sisters. That's why we're here. So you have to have that circle around you. So.
But none of them are close to me, though, in terms of coming over. I mean, the closest one would be Will.
Yeah.
And Will is busy with his own life. You know what I'm saying? He's got a full family.
Right.
And a lot of other things to tend to, you know. So my close friends, I don't have any really close friends that I can just like pick up my phone and say, come on, let's go out to eat. I mean, I know people to do that with.
Yeah.
But honestly, they're not best friends. They're just people that I know, and we exchange information and conversation and like that. Weird, but true. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you said you would want to be close, like besties with Madonna. Is there somebody else that you would want to be like, if I could choose, like, I want her to be my best friend? or
Yes,
him?
my friend Lisa and my friend Regina. And those are two regular people
Yeah.
that I've known them for years.
Yeah.
Just regular people. They're not famous or anything like that. But they're busy. They've got their own lives, you know.
Yeah. Nice. All right, we have one last question.
Okay.
And thank you all for these questions.
Okay, shout out to you, Jusnik. You're doing a great job interviewing the queen.
Thank you.
First, this is just a comment. Can we all just give Wendy a standing ovation for a moment, please?
Absolutely.
Thank
and I
you.
will
I'll
stand
take
as
it.
well.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Can you see me?
She's to the
I'm
left.
right here. You see me? All right. Many are called and a few are chosen. You are the light, you are the love, you are the heartbeat of our community. It is no surprising that you said you have lupus in your feet because you have walked the fire for us, sister. You have blazed the trail for us, sister. And there are millions of us standing behind you, holding you up. You keep going, Wendy. Don't give up. Because you got it going on. And y'all give her flowers and put some respect on that name.
Thank you.
Drops mic.
Just, you know, yeah, I have tears of laughter, but also tears of sincere, just thank you all so much for being here today. I wish more people could have been here, but this won't be my last time to ever do this again. What I like about doing the Wendy Williams show, not doing the Wendy Williams show, I can do, again, like I said, I can do everything I want or nothing at all. So I will definitely be back here. No time like now, but you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would love to see more people to have our conversation. Does anybody have anything bad to say about me? Do I have to fight
No.
with anybody? Okay.
This is Circle of Sisters. This is about empowerment. Okay, we honor you today.
Wow.
That is why you're here.
I appreciate you. Okay, now how do we leave? How do we leave here now?
Well, everyone, please, a big round of applause for the legendary Wendy Williams.